Welcome to the Diregentleman channel. Holy hell, that was hype.
Wowee. Alright, so a little bit of backstory. That's Gus. I'm Henry. If you follow the Helluva Boss videos on this channel, you'll notice that I wasn't in the last one. That was because I'd fallen off the wagon a little bit. I was not a fan of episode 4, the one with the old man. I really didn't like it, put a bad taste in my mouth.
To clarify, neither of us were very big fans on that episode.
No.
In a sense, both of us ended up being kind of like, oh, you know, it's Helluva Boss. It's a show that comes out every now and then. But, much like we were in that initial Helluva Boss video, one of the first ones we ever did, I think we were wrong about this show maybe becoming routine and not pulling out something that could wow us. We were wrong again!
No, that's the funniest thing. The funniest thing is, I legitimately had Meg come in and sub for me on the last one, because I was like, oh, I just can't summon... Demon summon. Very funny, these are the jokes, no refunds. The enthusiasm for this, and honestly, Gus can attest, I was feeling cynical going into this one, but literally, the second it was finished, I thought of the Godfather quote, just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in!
Dude, here's the thing, man. This is one of those things where I was watching through this episode, and, you know, there's some good character stuff, there's some interesting visuals going on.
Then the gas came in.
There was several moments, there were several comes in this. This was, repeated fucking kicking fucking sex.
No, exactly, I was gonna say, so the day we're recording this, we released a video on Jeremy Fragrance, who is, in some ways, a real-life Stolas without the charm. Go check that out. But this video, this episode made me feel like I imagine Jeremy Fragrance does all the time. Just power! Again and again.
I don't know about you, man, but during some of that delicious ultra-violence, I was fucking moaning. There were some unusual noises leaving my body.
You know me, man. I got my first erection when my dad showed me August Underground 2 at the tender age of 10. I was a very well-developed boy.
That's why they call it the tender age.
Yeah,
it's
the
only
tender
that one
age.
year.
Jesus fucking Christ. And we can swear now, by the way. We can swear, just like this show can swear, and it's great.
The swearing's back on, yeah.
God, what's so funny is Gus told me, just before we were about to record, my one thing is, no cussing. And he didn't say, he meant in the first minute.
Right, for monetization reasons.
I didn't know, and for a second I was like, Gus, you can't tell an Englishman not to curse. Especially not when he's feeling a feeling. Do you know how rare that is for our species?
Henry Galley, just use any number of the hundreds of other swears you guys made up that aren't the racist ones to express, feelings of disgruntlement or just bewilderment.
Alright, so shall I go and do all the swears that this episode made me feel?
Yes, run through every single swear, and then we'll talk about the individual things that stood out to us about this, frankly, amazing episode. This episode that proves that Helluva Boss can be great and not be Lululand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knob. Flange. Minge. What else? Hobknocker. This is the least monetization-friendly video ever.
The fact that you led with that first one.
Oh, it's so funny.
That
just
one's
the
different in the States.
To be fair,
Yeah.
it
That one
sounds
hits
so much
different.
worse as an American. It sounds sexist when you guys do it.
Yeah, it does.
You don't have C star
Yeah.
word privileges.
No, we don't.
So, this episode, genuinely, serious for a second, this is the best episode of Helluva Boss.
No, hands down. And here's the thing, too. I completely understand why this one took so long to produce.
No, that's the thing.
You
I
can
was
see it on the
ranting.
screen.
I was ranting to Meg while watching this. I said, I want them to take months for every single one. Because another thing that just occurred to me, oh fucking course the quality dipped. They were putting these things out monthly. That's insane. You can't do
And they
that.
were planning for this one. They were focusing on this one. Like, people who do this for a living deserve more credit and respect.
God, I love all of the comments. It's just gonna be like, oh, these guys just kept yelling, fuck you and fuck your ears, you piece
Have
of
you
shit.
seen the show? Oh, these people just kept yelling and swearing and expressing emotions. Like, what the fuck? Come on. Like, look, the thing is, I was not expecting the, like, second half of this, which is just pretty much all violence.
Yeah.
The beautiful, beautiful, well-animated violence of Millie with her fucking axe.
Yeah.
And Luna just tearing people's heads off, and Moxie going fucking ham with like an assault rifle, and Blitz just being the coolest motherfucker in the room because killing is the one thing that he's great at.
No, legitimately, the action in this reminded me of one of my favourite directors, Matthew Vaughn, and in particular, the church scene in Kingsman, where it's just the most dynamic camera work you've ever seen for just, like, mass killing.
And in this too, it was so much storytelling in each of the, like, the weapon choices, the little, like, interactions between the characters, like Blitz, like, asking if Millie, like, his employee, was okay during the fight and hydrating her. Like, that was so wholesome. That was him being a good boss for once.
That's the thing. Like, this was the episode where it felt like Imp finally became a team. And seeing them work in synchronicity is like, this is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. No, and they fucking earned it with the emotional sincerity of Blitz and Moxie. And like the most of this episode was dedicated to like them and their and like, you know, breaking down their different psychological issues. And dude, I just love that the episode's premise is that Blitz and Moxie are put into like a torture chamber, and initially other people are trying to torture them, and it does nothing because obviously they're both like badasses, but they are each other's worst torture method.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so poetic. That's the premise of the show, that Blitz is a hell of a boss and Moxie needs to reckon with him. And to be honest, I like this so much better than them having a fight.
We don't need gunishment now. We've had emotional sincerity-ment.
Yeah, they got past the point of gunishment. Yeah, and to see them like working in tandem because they don't care what other people think, but then realizing how much that they meant to each other, and the fucking, like, both sides of the hallucination, like, truth serum trip were great. Moxie's, like, Disney-inspired, like, visuals, and the very, like, operatic, like, it was so clearly from his mind. And then Blitz, like, nightmare clownscape full of colors and sketches and doodles, and every single fucking villain that has ever, like, affected Blitz's psychology. Everything we've been saying, everything everyone's been saying about analyzing this character, it is on the screen, and it's all earned.
I've got to... Alright, I've got to talk. I've got to talk about these. Alright, so, something we often like to do on this channel in talking about, like, popular hot-button media, Helluva Boss, is also give people opportunities to go and discover other great pieces of media that were influences on it. Like, you know, there's been a lot of discussion of the influence on Rango, a wonderfully underrated and strange animated film on the previous episode, because I saw on Twitter one of the animators said that the rattlesnake from Rango was one of the big inspirations for Striker, along with Angel Eyes, who was the villain played by Lee Van Cleef from the film The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, an iconic spaghetti western. But in this episode, so we not only have the wonderful, as you said, the like very Disney, the specific homage to like Phantom of the Opera going into like Moxie's theater kid background, but what I fucking love about the Blitz one, in my opinion, in both what it's doing and the way it decided to do it, this is an amazing homage to Jared Scarf and, what's his name, Roger Waters, and Alan Parks as well, The Trial from Pink Floyd's The Wall. Because much like The Trial, it is like a hellscape where the main character is like reduced to this, like, representation of himself that he's ashamed of. In the original, the Trial music video, Pink is reduced to, like, a rag doll who is at the mercy of these different influences in his life. And in here, Blitz is reduced to just a clown, which is obviously an homage to these elements of his past that he's ashamed of. And much like the schoolmaster, his mother, the barrister, and his ex-wife in, and the judge, of course, in Pink Floyd's The Trial, come as these, like, terrifying, metaphorical, gooey monsters, we have this exact same thing with these people from Blitz's past, which is to say, Veronica, Fizzaroli, Stryker, and of course, Stolas. And honestly, it's made me just really want to rewatch The Wall, because Blitz is literally Pink from The Wall. He is a guy who has had experiences in his life that have caused him to put up defensive barriers, which is literally what the very wall is. And as a result, he's realised that what was originally built as a defence, a perimeter, has now become a cage. And we're finally seeing him reckon with that in this episode. And I am so fucking certain it's an homage to that. And frankly, a brilliant homage, a great one, because it manages to do it while still doing its own style. To see this done badly, go and check out Satellite City's collab with the Nostalgia Critic on The Trial, which is deeply cringeworthy.
It is a shame that we can't mention The Wall on YouTube ever without having to bring up that, just because it's going to come up in the comments either way.
Quick aside, I'm glad Doug Walker made that video, because, frankly, no one was talking about The Wall before that. It was the final push I needed to actually see The Wall. So, fair play to Doug on that sense.
Well, that's the thing. I actually, and I'll admit this, I've been dragging my feet and I haven't yet actually watched The Wall yet, but what Blitz's sequence made me think of, this whole dream sequence, even if it's not a direct inspiration from The Wall, I think sequences of like this have become more possible, more acceptable in animation that skews a bit more adult because of a little show called BoJack Horseman that did something like this about once a season.
And they do similar things in Tuca and Bertie as well.
It's true. Yeah, the whole Lisa Hannawalt Animal Universe canon is a perfect sort of reference point for things like this happening, because to an extent the imps, they're not any direct animal, but they are like weird animated creatures, and they are experiencing their emotions both really strong, but now in this way, in this episode, in a way that, like, they can't bottle it up anymore. This psychedelic trip that, honestly, Vivziepop's animation style is perfectly, like, able to capture.
Yeah, exactly, because again, Vivian Madrano cut her teeth creating music videos. And as a result, she's wonderful, her and her team, of course, because obviously no person is an island, and all of the wonderful people who made this.
Lots of people
very sorry
animate,
that I don't have all their names committed to memory,
Storyboarders.
but I'm just a man. I'm not perfect. But the fact that they worked on initially, like, music videos, animated music videos in particular, are often, when done well, the purest synchronicity of storytelling through visual and sound, like, combined. And you see that in those same things, like, the fucking, like, metaphorically speaking, camera work in this episode is off the goddamn chain. And it's so nice because everyone got to be useful. We got, like I said, Luna and Millie forming the, like, cool girl gang and doing infiltration and murders. We got, like, Blitz and Mox finally kind of reconciling with all the stuff we were just geeking about. We get Stolas gets to be a cool heroic dude at the end that, again, I feel really validates a lot of the stuff we said in our video essay about Blitz and Stolas.
Yes! Oh my god, their little conversation at the end where, like, Blitz is just like, you know, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck your brains out tonight, and Stolas wants to be submissive, and they make out. Like, it's everything. It, like, really solidifies the actual dynamic of that relationship. Like, everything we've been seeing in those previous episodes it's clear that they actually have a connection.
Yeah.
That there's something more there than this fucking book. That they genuinely might love each other.
Yeah, go watch our fucking video on that. We were right, you were wrong. Suck my dick, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
There is so much that can be said. It's an episode that's difficult to speak about in a structured way, because it will inevitably just revolve into, dude, do you remember that bit when this happened? And then when this happened? Oh, it was fucking awesome, man. Like, it's really hard to have the kind of, like, you know, again, I feel like I'm letting my species, the English, down by not being able to summon up the, like, detached, like, academic, yes, I think if you look at this,
Well, here's the thing. I can do what all, like, you know, YouTubers do when we're struggling for, like, you know, specific things to say about it.
we could lash out at another YouTuber.
No, well, you know, but
We'll
that's
save
the
that
other-
for
that's
if we're
the-
really desperate
that's the
for
last
relevancy.
resort. Yeah, exactly. But I was gonna make a like generalized comparison to a piece of media that like is not relevant anymore and doesn't need to be compared to this. But the whole back-to-back Blitz and Moxie tied up thing reminded me so much of that one episode of Firefly when Wash and Mal are tied up back to back, and what that episode kind of ends up doing that this episode avoided is that they made Wash this kind of like wimpy, pathetic boy who's cooler because Mel's around, and they made Mal this like, you know, unflappable badass that Wash has to like keep up with. In this, Mox and Blitz, their strengths both get to show, and it's clear that even though there's a boss and employee relationship, they are equals. They are equals in the narrative, they're equally important characters, and their needs are both valid. It's not a matter of one of them needing to suck it up, it's a matter of both of them needing to suck it up for themselves and help their friend.
Yeah, I've got to say, I'm so disappointed you referenced Firefly, because I immediately thought of, well, another Fly-related thing, the Fly episode of Breaking Bad.
I mean...
But the thing is, I said to Meg, this is a great example of a bottle episode done right. Helluva Boss, a show, for all of its strengths, is also a show that's needed to take its Prozac for a while now. And having an episode where they were allowed to get a little bit more talky it has, I think, addressed a lot of what I think is, like, you know, the longest held issue that this show has had consistently, which I think is pacing.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Because it's clear that Brandon Rogers and Vivziepop are both people who, like, you know, they have these very quick-fire brains that go, like, bang, 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 things like that. And that can really benefit some sequences, but other times it can be like, okay, Jesus Christ, give us a fucking breather. Like, that's definitely something where, like, again, episode 4, which is the worst episode of them all, that's another thing where it very much just feels like a bunch of skits.
That was the biggest thing about that, is that it did not have like a set story. Like in all the other ones, like 5 and 3 and 1, there was like a clear story, even with subplots. 4 is kind of like a complete, it's so different from the rest that someone could conclude that they dislike Helluva Boss as a whole, looking solely at that episode.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but if you take it and you compare it to this is what the show's intended to be.
Can I say a quick thing that I didn't complain about before, and it's the dumbest fucking thing, but it needs to be said.
What is it?
Now, I'm normally one of these people who hates, like, nitpicking and plot holes and bullshit and all that shit, but the one thing that just so fucking bothered me about episode 4, and this feels more prescient now that you've got the great video on this channel discussing M. Night Shyamalan's seminal movie, Old. But I just kept thinking, why the fuck didn't he get back in and set the machine to young?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Exactly. Oh my god,
the machine had both
so
an old and
stupid.
young setting. He could have just, like, I get that, like, Loopty-Goopty died, so he can't come back, but the other dude could have just got back in.
Yeah, there was no point for the, like, way that Loopty-Goopty and this other guy got into hell to be that convoluted and to feel like such important lore to understand it. Like, that was the other thing. Loop-de-Goop-de and this other guy being these, like, crazy inventor types who, like, have, like, bizarre Earth technology. It feels like what Blake Snyder calls the double mumbo jumbo, where you've got your hell and your demons, and then I guess you've also got like weird superhero style, like high tech people, and they feel like two separate premises that when you put them together, it just makes the episode and the premise feel crowded. Whereas with this, the government agency, because we already know about hell, they don't feel like they're actually being taken that seriously. And there's even that line about, like, why do we always use weapons from the Edo period?
Because it's badass. Oh, you're right. The comedy was on point in this episode.
Exactly. And that line about, like, them using, like, all the ninja weapons and stuff actually works because, in a sense, they're using those ninja weapons and stuff because those are the coolest things for the Imp team to fight against. It's the Raid, it's Dread, it's Mad Max Fury Road. Any good action movie will pick the weapons of the enemy for whatever is like the best and most impactful on screen. Whatever makes the most interesting fight. Like, it's like this. Oh my god! I'm thinking about the fight scene again, and I'm coming again.
You're getting a boner, and you can fuck life.
Oh my god! I'm not gonna be able to fuck life for much longer if I keep coming.
I'm trying to make just good justifications for Gus to use all of the Jeremy Fragrance B-roll he downloaded for the other video.
God damn it. I'm getting fucking notifications from TikTok. I'm too old for this shit.
Oh my god. Alright, so I want to talk about the comedy for a second because I think this is a wonderful teachable moment for what I think is frankly an epidemic. No, a pandemic of like shit comedy in things. The worst of all pandemics. Frankly.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I guess you're welcome to that interpretation, I suppose.
Oh, we're so fucked when this comes out. Anyway, so
man, this is gonna age quicker than the beach that makes you old.
This is gonna age quicker than if I stepped in a machine and set it to old.
You should have set it to Wumbo.
Yeah, fuck's sake. We have like this episode was so good, it's broken our brains. You came here for insightful criticism, but instead you've gotten a pair of blubbering fools. Anyway, so there is one little moment in this that I think exemplifies the right way to do comedy when so many things have done it wrong. And it's a joke that probably didn't even leave that much of an impression on people, but I think just is a perfect example. So, you know the bit where Luna and Millie are just outside like the room with a passcode, and Millie's like, oh, what do you reckon the password is? And Luna just hits one a bunch of times. The doors open, they share a look, and run in. Now, that was a great joke, and I've joked for a long time, and I've done this in quite a nationalistic way of British comedies versus American comedies, but really it's just bad versus good comedies. That's the good comedy way to do it. In a bad comedy, like typically, something made sort of 2000s onwards, largely featuring riff-happy fucking SNL alumni and directors and editors who don't have the balls to make cuts. In the shit version of this, that would have happened, and Luna would have turned to Millie and said, wow, that was surprisingly easy. And Millie would have said, yeah, I'm amazed they don't have people breaking in all the time. In the same way that all these shit comedies, they'll make a good joke, and then they'll be like, stop everyone, let's stop for a sec, let's just discuss the joke to make sure all the fucking dum-dums at home got it real quick. Do you get it? It was a really easy password, and that defeats the point of it being a password. Do you fucking get it? You absolute dipshits. Like, it's so condescending.
Well, to be fair, Henry, I mean, we just merely create horror comedy that has to tell a bunch of jokes in, 20-minute time frame. The people who are making 2-hour comedies. I mean, writing jokes is really difficult. So maybe if you just have like 4 or 5 over the course of the whole movie and you drag out the explanations of each one of them, you make it feel like you've told a bunch of jokes across the course of the movie.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
If you are somehow misguided enough to think either of us are funny, by the way, go check out Less is Morgue, the comedy podcast we write for. Obligatory plug at the Helluva Boss videos. God, okay, so, like, where the fuck do we go next? Like, it was so fucking good. I genuinely think, like, just go watch it again. Go watch it again, like it, comment on it, like, because I think you've got to be a true, like, to quote Patrick Bateman, not something I do often, but you have got to be an absolute tumbling dickweed to not walk away from that episode feeling the exact same way.
You know, man, sometimes your British nationalism really shows, because the tumbling dickweeds are a real problem over here in America.
I'm really sorry.
They will
I didn't mean to
devour
make light of a
entire
serious
towns.
issue.
It's hey, you know what, man, you don't live it, okay? You know, I've had to have my flamethrower ready for like the past couple days, because I don't know, they might get all the way over to where I live. Those tumbling dickweeds, they don't mess around.
I need this AR-15 because what if my garden is besieged by 20 to 50 feral tumbling dickweeds? Do you remember the feral hogs meme?
Yeah.
That was a surreal week.
Oh man.
I can imagine Blitz being the one to have typed that. Like, I need these because... Oh no, Gus, you say it, because I'm sure there are still some people who inexplicably think you sound like him.
Oh yeah, so if I go like, I need these AR-15s to kill the feral hogs, they're trying to eat my tumbling dickweeds. There, I did it perfectly.
Flawless. Brandon Rogers, look out, he's coming for your job.
Oh, no I'm not. I'm just appreciating what you do, Brendan Rogers and Vivian Madrano and the rest of the team. Thank you so much for this episode.
Bravo.
This episode that, honestly, I am back in. I'm looking forward to whatever they do next. I think that a lot of the, like, flaws or issues that, like, I thought I was having with the show kind of got remedied by this episode, because I know they can go there. Now, we could say, some cynical people might say, oh, this is going to be the new Lululand. Everyone's going to think every episode's going to be like this. It's going to, like, you know, this is going to be the bar everything has to climb to. But they'd fail to realize that this put the bar higher than Lululand.
Yeah.
And that means that the bar can be raised or laterally moved or waved in the air like a fucking baton that signals, da 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 da. This is a good fucking show. Like, yeah, holy shit. I know people don't like, you know, when people get enthusiastic and unironically happy about things on the internet, but fuck it. That's this channel. Like,
yeah, no,
you're
exactly.
getting what you clicked on.
If you got a problem with it, fuck it and fuck you. And if you think we're mean or whatever for saying that, go fucking cry about it. Make a reaction video. Who fucking gives a shit? Like, enjoy life. Enjoy life. Be like us. You'll be happier. Trust me.
Here's a little animation of Bill Cipher giving you 2 middle fingers.
Yes,
That's for
exactly.
you.
Made by Meg Newton.
Yep.
God damn. All right.
Well, I suppose that was a hell of an episode.
Yeah.
And,
oh wait, we forgot our fucking telling them to comment a thing.
Oh, comment how many times you came while watching the new Helluva Boss episode. Just the number. We'll know.
Yep, we'll know. All right, everyone. Hopefully, we'll make another one of these in several months, because I want them to give them enough time to bake, like this one, because you get the most fantabulous results. Though I turned into fucking John Travolta for a second there. The wickedly talented Adele Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem.
We've just been resurrecting all of the dead-ass memes in this episode. It's fantastic.
Exactly. Well, we will cover that next episode when it comes out, and until then, we will see you on this channel with our other videos in the near future.